In-game live. We're back with it right here on SportsGrid. It is a Thursday night. Kevin Walsh and Gabriel Morency. And we have a Cy Young response, you could argue, going on right now. We, of course, will be locked in for Game 6 in the Western Conference Finals between the San Antonio Spurs and the Oklahoma City Thunder, with the Spurs trying to force that Game 7 back in OKC. They are 3.5-point favorites. Your total for tonight is 218.5. We've also got a couple of really fun WNBA games on your slate tonight here. Gabe, I'll start with an 8 o'clock tip in the W, Dallas and Vegas. Or if you're interested, a series I know you've bet once or twice, first pitch in Houston coming up between the Rangers and the Astros. Either of those games catching your eye tonight?
Interesting. Both in Dallas, Texas tonight. I want no part of the baseball game, but I am intrigued by this basketball game tonight. We saw AZ Fudd absolutely go off in her last game. And interesting, guys, she's been inserted into the starting lineup. Her and Paige Becker starting on the same team together for the first time in 417 days. I just saw this Dallas team starting to come together a little bit. They responded to the coaching call-out, Kevin, and I did bet the Dallas Wings plus the 5.5 points in this basketball game. And even though Dallas has been playing to the under, I still think this one goes over the number tonight, Kevin. So I like the Dallas Wings as a live home dog at plus 5.5, and I like the over 177.
I got to tell you, Gabe, great catch by you, the AZ Fudd insert into the starting lineup. However, I was wondering if that would happen with Arike Ogunbowale being questionable for this game. I'm a little surprised it happened with Arike in the starting lineup. No Alana Smith tonight, who has really not lived up to what Dallas was hoping out of her. Maddie Seegers and Jessica Shepard round out that starting five. I'm on Aja Wilson for a double-double in this game. This is a classic. Gonna have to bet more. This isn't a shot at AZ Fudd. No one can guard Aja Wilson, period. But for Dallas to really just kind of, again, Alana Smith is a 6'4 center who's the reigning co-defensive player of the year alongside Aja Wilson, right? To go with AZ Fudd, it just feels like an Aja game, Gabe, off of a loss here. I have the double-double already. I might now go bet points, rebounds, and assists, or just the straight-up points, rebounds. This feels like a huge Aja Wilson game, in my opinion.
It does. I got turned off by the incredibly high number.
Yeah,
right?
fair enough.
It was 26.5. I was like, oh boy, but she's going to get there. And there should be some pace here. And same thing with Beckers. I was going to pull the trigger on over the 19.5, but then it was 20.5/21, sort of lingering around this. And, where it's tipping off. WNBA games tip off when they're supposed to. So
I don't like that. I'm trying to get bets in. I don't like that. That's bad.
It's a new schedule, Kevin. We're all getting used to it. I like the other night. I was literally trying to put a same game parlay in, and you're like, well, there's the first 3 of the game. I'm like, son of a. I'm sitting here clicking. I'm going in, thinking, yeah, I got another 4 minutes here. I got 3-4 minutes. Look up. I'm like, oh, God, yeah, no, they started.
Yeah.
Thanks for your random start time, NBA. 8-16 or 7, just random.
He's 4 points in. We're just, it's like, okay.
Yeah.
They're just kind of doing it however they please here. But yeah, so I'm going to have to, I popped the thing on ahead of me. All right. So I have to figure out putting in hopefully some more, Aja bets here, Gabe. But yeah, fun game tonight. Caitlin Clark at last look was questionable, but it looks like that's been updated. She will play tonight, for the Indiana Fever. We'll get to that game momentarily, but I do just want to bring up.
Still up, Kevin, actually. Still up. They sort of locked it and froze it, but it's still here right now.
All right. So let's make a move then.
Yeah, you know what, though? They didn't let me get it in. It's posted, and then it says no, when I tried.
I don't like that.
No, it's bothering me. It's so much so now that I'm going to have to go to a second spot, out of principle.
Here's the thing again.
That's why you need options. That's why you need options. I'm like, all right. I didn't know, because now she dropped 20. I'm going to be really upset about this. All right,
points. Whose points are you going to bet now?
I was just going to be nice and simple. Paige Beckers over 19.5.
Yeah, I don't mind the look. I don't mind the AC Fudd look, though, Gabe, a little bit, right? On the 12.5 now starting, should get a ton of minutes in this game, you would think.
I can't get in, but just for the record, my girl Kiki Rice went over again last night. She's money.
But they won't bet this game. Gabe, Stan, I don't understand. Why? This game has not tipped off yet. Why won't they let you bet this game?
They pulled the player props. I got 2 spots right now. I'm looking at them both. They both pulled the player props on me. And one of them is taunting me because they're still up. But every time I click it, it doesn't, like, it says, no, like, event started.
It's not started.
I know. I see that. Now it just, like, really kicked in. Now I think it really did start because now it just kicked in and, like, kind of kicked me off.
No. Not yet. Hold on. I need an extra 30 seconds here. All right. There we go. Aja Wilson, 33.5 points. Oh, no. Bet not placed. No, you got to. Oh, no. No.
You too. No. You didn't get it?
No. I told you. It's suspended. No, I'm spending too much time laughing. You got to be kidding me.
You spent time laughing at me. What's going on? How come you can't get it in? I'm like, nah, they locked me.
What does that even mean? Oh, that's insane. That's crazy.
Certain sports are different. Everybody knows this, and you got to know the little nuances of every book and every different sport and stuff. But they pull. That's why I said I'm like, oh yeah, they go quick with the NBA stuff. Like it happened to me the other night, bro. I tried to bet a WNBA player prop at like 2 minutes before tip off, and it was gone.
Yeah.
I was like, the game hasn't started yet, guys. For like 7 minutes, man. What are you doing to me here?
All right, fair enough. So, that's a. I cannot believe that happened to me. As I'm sitting here laughing. Just for the record,
I like the Valkyries and the Fever over tonight. Over 167.
Gabe, I really wanted to bet the over if Clark missed the game. I thought they'd drop the total by 3 or 4 points and it would still fly through. I don't not like it, but I was just like, I'd rather 163.5, right? If it was going to be out there and available, but she's playing, so all the numbers sit steady. I'll probably join you on that over though. I don't mind that look one bit here at all. I did just want to bring up quickly, we'll get to the NBA game in a moment. But yesterday, Ohtani throws 6 no-hit innings. Now, he was at 99 pitches, so it wasn't like modern baseball or an Ohtani thing. He was never going back out there. They did lose the team no-hitter in the 8th inning. It was incredible, though. Ohtani had a no-hitter without a shutout going. So it was kind of a weird game in that way. It goes way under the under. Right? It goes, I know he went through the strikeouts, right, Gabe, for you? I certainly covered the run line.
He did.
In a one baseball game. So I know that was all
second time in a row where he pitches and he hits a home run to bat leadoff.
Yeah, first at bat.
It really is unbelievable. Remember I told you this before? You would almost figure it'd be the opposite, right? Be like, yeah, he doesn't hit well on the days he pitches. He actually hits better for some reason.
Right.
It's like wild stuff. Like the dude hits home runs when he pitches all the time. It's wild.
Which is why it was like, why is he not hitting on the days he's pitching? But clearly he just needed some type of deep breath, and he's right back where he needs to be. Which I said
at the time. It was just a little, he was backed up a little bit. It was just caught up to him a little. Plus that, he got hit by a pitch. The only thing the Mets have hit all year has been Ohtani.
It was Ohtani. Yeah, it's funny.
It really did. It hurt him more. He's been hit a lot, Kevin, actually. It's getting out of hand, actually. He's been hit 5 times now this year alone, just with the base open. So, now a lot of pitchers are like, hey, you know what? I'm just going to hit him. Instead of intentionally walk, I'll just hit him. He's going to have to start taking matters in his own hand and start hitting people back, but he's too classy to do that.
Yeah, he can't do that. I was just going to say, Skeens, though, is sitting on a 10K performance. No run support. You're losing 1-0 to the Gubbies right now. We'll be right back here on SportsGrid.
Overhyped.
The UIM Formula One World Championship Series. We are over the moon excited about the upcoming season.
Go.
10,000 horsepower roars off the dock. Oh my, there's a problem. On the outside, side by side.
And he's lost control of the book.
Hopes and dreams of winning here.
Yes!
Get ready for round one, the Regione Sardegna Grand Prix of Italy, May 29th to 31st.
Craig Carton along with Tyrone Johnson. We got great news for you. CraigCartonShow.com. And Tyrone, what do you get if you go to that amazing website?
Well, right now you can subscribe to our upcoming newsletter. You put in your email address, and then bang, you'll get all the new Craig Carton Show content when it arrives.
Not just that, you also get merch drops, exclusive content, and appearances. So again, one more time, that website is CraigCartonShow.com.
That's for Abdul Carter. Hey, son, you want to be a leader? Show up to meetings on time. Don't be late to practice. This guy's sitting there trying to tell me that he's got a problem with Jackson Dart going to a Trump rally when he can't even show up to a meeting on time? And he can't show up to practice and he's late? Dude.
Outspoken with Dan Cilio. Only on SportsGrid.
In-game live here on a Thursday night. We're getting set for OKC San Antonio, Game 6 of the Western Conference Finals. To help us break that down is Paul Bovey. And, Paul, it's great to have you back here on the show. I want to start right away with the guy that you brought to our attention last time, which was Isaiah Hartenstein. And Game 1, 12 minutes, Mark Daigneault way overreacts, doesn't play as big. You buy low. He goes for 10 points, 13 rebounds. I saw monster double-double tickets were being posted by people in game number 2. The thing is, this has still been a strong wave to ride. He is flirting with averaging actually a double-double for this series. How have you been attacking Isaiah Hartenstein throughout this series to give people an idea of the process for someone like yourself?
Well, I'll tell you, I'm underwater because before the series, I saw value in Hartenstein plus 800 in rebounds over Wemby. And I know I was a laughing stock after that first game, 24-2, courtesy in part to the fact that Isaiah only logged 12 minutes. But he's out-rebounded him 49-35 over these last however many 5 games. So how am I playing him tonight? I'm not, because he's kind of zigzagged a little bit, and I don't feel he's all that predictable. So I'm just going to sit with that series and hope for some kind of miracle. There's no way out now, but still at 8-1, hey, you never know.
Any props tonight that catch your eye? I'm playing SGA guys over assists, Kevin. SGA assists has been rolling, man. He's got 12 assists twice in the series in the game. He's got 9 in another one. He's averaging nearly 9 assists a game. I know, Kevin, you like to bet on star players and their assists because everyone's always looking at their points. But I'm pulling the trigger with SGA assists tonight, guys. I don't know if you like any props, Paul.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense because his accuracy in this series has not been all that great. I think he's hovering right around 40%, maybe a shade under, and he just hasn't gotten off. But fortunately for me, I went over 30.5 points, rode that whole fourth quarter with 30 until he got a late 2. I believe it was courtesy of 2 free throws. So I would side with you on that one, Gabe. I did not step in on any props tonight. I do like Oklahoma's team total under. I realize they have put up 120 plus in all 3 of those wins, But I think San Antonio is going to play some lockdown defense tonight. In those 3 wins, 44 of 106 from beyond the arc. In the 2 losses, 23 of 78, last games of 33. And by the way, if anybody plays the horses, I do like the 4 in the last race at Churchill. You got about 7 minutes. Cloud number 9. Okay. I just have to get that in there because I played it, and hey, if I could share the wealth, I will.
That's fantastic. A couple of horse options there for people. Paul, are you surprised at all that they haven't adjusted the total relative to San Antonio being booked as the favorite? I know it's the same teams, right? So the total staying the same. I understand home court moves this point spread, but we've seen a very clear correlation to the winner of this game and the way the total lands.
Well, the one thing we should all realize is somebody, in the case of San Antonio, they have their backs against the wall. Teams tend to get a little tight in the latter part of the series, and that's why there's a major adjustment in Game 7. Whenever it goes 3-3, there's usually a dip in the total, and it can be quite substantial. So I see less in the way of points tonight. I don't side with the over at all. I think this game is going to come in around 214 to 216, maybe even a little less. And once again, I'm hoping OKC's team total lands under the 108.5, and I think it will.
Guys, we've gone this long without the words the New York Knicks being referenced and brought up. I got to be the first one to do it. Mitchell Robinson, Paul Bovey, Mitchell Robinson, broken pinky. They said, they don't know the timetable for return. Is this a concern for you as far as the Knicks are concerned?
Well, Mitch's contribution in these playoffs have been very limited. I got sucked in, or should I say I was tantalized with over 3.5 last game, and he got it in the first quarter. I couldn't turn it down. And the reason he dipped down is strictly because he wasn't staying on the court. Mike Brown was pulling him because he was missing all his free throws. 0-4, take him out. There was only certain applications where you could use Mitch Robinson, notably to get the opposition in foul trouble, or with a bigger lead, because it would benefit the Knicks to start shooting free throws earlier in a quarter. But, Mitch's presence when he's making those free throws is critical, especially going against bigs. So I'm sad that he probably will have limited playing time, but his contributions to this point were limited. This has been lockdown defense. 7 out of the last 11 games, they have held teams to under 100 points. That's in the winning streak. And they have converted three-point shots at the rate of 42%. Nobody's going to beat them in the finals if they continue on that pace. They have been the best team in these NBA playoffs.
Yeah, the shooting has been out of this world. Landry Shamet, I believe, is 60% from 3 in the postseason. OG's been great. A lot of guys are flirting with career highs. We'll see what it looks like when the NBA Finals get set. Paul Bovey, we appreciate you stopping by right here on SportsGrid.
The UIM Formula One World Championship Series. We are over the moon excited about the upcoming season.
Let's go.
10,000 horsepower roars off the dock. Oh my, there's a problem. On the outside, side by side.
And he's lost control of the book.
Hopes and dreams of winning here.
Yes!
Get ready for round one, the Regione Sardegna Grand Prix of Italy, May 29th to 31st.
Craig Carton along with Tyrone Johnson. We got great news for you. CraigCartonShow.com. And Tyrone, what do you get if you go to that amazing website?
Well, right now you can subscribe to our upcoming newsletter. You put in your email address, and then bang, you'll get all the new Craig Carton Show content when it arrives.
Not just that, you also get merch drops, exclusive content, and appearances. So again, one more time, that website is CraigCartonShow.com.
That's for Abdul Carter. Hey, son, you want to be a leader? Show up to meetings on time. Don't be late to practice. This guy's sitting there trying to tell me that he's got a problem with Jackson Dart going to a Trump rally when he can't even show up to a meeting on time? And he can't show up to practice and he's late? Dude.
Outspoken with Dan Cilio. Only on SportsGrid.
All right, guys, back at the right here on SportsGrid In-Game Live, and a lineup update for the game that will tip off in about 15 minutes' time. The Oklahoma City Thunder are running back the same starting lineup, so that means Jared McCain is in. However, they have not ruled out Jalen Williams yet. He did not come out for pregame warmups. Everything would suggest Jalen Williams is not going to play in this basketball game. I just don't know why they haven't ruled him out. What I do believe, and I'm trying to double check through just a couple of different sports books with the lineups, some of these books, Gabe, are actually still leaving Jalen Williams props up. However, and this is a thing they do with modern sports books, you can bet like Jalen Williams for 10 plus points, but you cannot bet an over-under for Jalen Williams type of thing, right? So if he were to be re-injured, if he were to be on unbelievably limited minutes, and you want to try to capitalize on an under, they're not going to give you that chance here. I don't think he plays in this basketball game. I don't think many of us expect him to play in this basketball game. It is interesting, though, they've not ruled him out 15 minutes away from tip.
Yeah, I noticed the same thing earlier in the day. And I actually my first conclusion, Kevin, was the same as yours, in which, why at this point? Right? Why? I think you can win this game without him. And if not, if he really is this close and it's that hit or miss and it's that much of a game, game type decision all the time, then hold off if needed for a game 7. And or look at the big picture with the NBA Finals coming up. But if he can play, he'll play. Right? Let's be real. I mean, if he can play, he's going to play. But I'm with you. Even though he's listed right now, I'm not buying in. And I do find it interesting as well that, like you said, there's some Spurs lineups out there, but I don't see any Oklahoma City Thunder lineups yet. And, man, we are really getting close to tip-off right now.
The other tough thing, Gabe, with J-Dub, and I'm not looking past the Spurs, but if OKC is in the finals, we're going to hear, oh, well, Jalen Williams now got another 2 weeks off. Jalen Williams got nearly a month off in between the first injury and the second injury, or I guess return to play, I should say, and obviously got injured again. So it is odd to know what to expect from Jalen Williams.
I would expect him, Kevin, to be a game-by-game decision in the finals.
Right.
And very similar, I'm sure you would agree with this. Would it shock you if Jalen Williams played in game 1 and 2 of the NBA Finals and was out for games 3, 4, and 5 and was back for game 6? Like, it's clear he's like barely able to play right now. right? I mean, if this wasn't the playoffs, I don't think he'd be rehabbing and he'd be tapping out. But we don't know. I mean, I've been wrong about this stuff. It's hard to speculate with players when we really don't know. But something you said to Paul, I completely agree with you, Kevin. And I often, especially when it comes to football and NFL football, I'll often surprise people because I'll be like on this team and I'm hammering the other team's props and only sort of like people understand it. Only like, real prop players and real bettors understand like my thought process. And I often find the words correlated get tossed around too much, Kevin. Well, it's correlated. Like, if he's going to win the fight, he's going to win by knockout, and he's not going to wrestle him. And, it's correlated. They're going to have to hit. They're like, I find it's too simplistic at times. It's like, no, two things can both happen, right? Like, one team can do this, and the other team, and two things can happen at once. But with that being stated, that has been the pattern, Kevin, right? Oklahoma City goes to San Antonio. Their offense isn't as fluid. San Antonio's more charged up. They're much better defensively. Wemby's Superman, blocking shots, flying around. Yeah. Everybody's fired up. And we saw Oklahoma City got to 82 the last time they went here. And then, you kind of think, well, if Oklahoma City, I get where Paul's going. I just can't look past the fact, Kevin, that, dude, we're 4-1 to the over in this series. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. We're 4-1 to the over. There was one game that went under, and Oklahoma City got pasted and scored 82. I guarantee you Oklahoma City scored more than 82 tonight.
Well, let me just say this, Gabe, right? The double overtime game one, I think, is giving under players a bit more confidence. But I want to get to your initial point. It's actually, even though I'm the one who said it, it's a giant pet peeve of mine in sports betting. Spurs win. It's got to be an under. Guys,
you hear what I'm saying. The correlation. Yeah, exactly.
Guys, guess what? Spurs might score 120. Like, just because it's only a 5-game sample size, right? Like, the Thunder can win unders. I've seen the Thunder win some of the most disgusting games.
That's why I like the Thunder tonight, because they can win a high-scoring game or low-scoring game. I think it helps the Thunder.
The UIM Formula One World Championship Series. We are over the moon excited about the upcoming season.
Let's go.
10,000 horsepower roars off the dock. Oh my, there's a problem. On the outside, side by side.
And he's lost control of the book.
Hopes and dreams of winning here. Yes!
Get ready for round one. The Regione Sardegna Grand Prix of Italy, May 29th to 31st.
Craig Carton along with Tyrone Johnson. We got great news for you. CraigCartonShow.com. And Tyrone, what do you get if you go to that amazing website?
Well, right now you can subscribe to our upcoming newsletter. You put in your email address, and then bang, you'll get all the new Craig Carton Show content when it arrives.
Not just that, you also get merch drops, exclusive content, and appearances. So again, one more time, that website is CraigCartonShow.com.
That's for Abdul Carter. Hey, son, you want to be a leader? Show up to meetings on time. Don't be late to practice. This guy's sitting there trying to tell me that he's got a problem with Jackson Dart going to a Trump rally when he can't even show up to a meeting on time? And he can't show up to practice and he's late? Dude.
Outspoken with Dan Cilio. Only on SportsGrid.
All right, guys, we're back at the right here on Sports Grid, and Gabe and I continue our conversation a little bit off air. We'll bring it right here on air because this is something that I had thought. Sometimes when you get in the playoffs, I think you want to stick with your first thought. That's something Gabe said in like round one, and I did that in one market, and I'm going to do it in another, which is betting the San Antonio Spurs team total over 111.5. Again, reasonable minds, respected minds can disagree, but I'm good on. Spurs are favored under. Thunder favored over. Like, the Spurs have a very high offensive ceiling. The Spurs, like, we've talked about how San Antonio has looked in these games. In the playoffs, the Spurs, 122, 113, 108, 103, 114. They're getting there in losses. So they're supposed to win, right? So I like the Spurs offense tonight. The other thing that I'm doing, and Gabe, you do this a lot more than I do, which is with Wemby's rebounds, right? And I know he's hit a cold stretch.
But boy, yeah.
No. So that's my point is, Gabe, there was a 7-game run where the only way you were losing Wemby's rebounds is if he got a flagrant foul or a concussion, right? My point is this. I don't think Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is too high tonight to score 30. I bet Shai last game because his field goal percentage dictated he was going to shoot well. He shot terribly. He made 16 free throws. The post-game press conference, Zora Stevenson was like, when are you going to say you had a good game? And he responded, when I have a good game. And guess what, guys? He's right. Shai is shooting under 40% from the field in this series. 40%. Just to give you an idea, in the regular season, he shot 55%. I'm on Shai's points again here, Gabe, because he got to 30 last game in 3 quarters. I don't think that Shai is supposed to be scoring 30 on a nightly basis. I'm happy to go back to the well here.
As you stated, if the shot, if something isn't working for him, he has other tools in the toolbox to get to put points up on the board. He's also a very big game player, right? He's a big game player, and he sees and hears all this noise about him. And for all the SGA haters out there, you're making him stronger. Like, you're making, like, if you think like you're hurting his feelings and stuff, that he takes a lot of free throws, you're not, right? Like, his feelings are not hurt, and it's just sort of, it's fueling the fire here. And, in Oklahoma, and I tell you what, too, San Antonio, Kevin, we saw it the other game with Wembanyama, who might hang out with monks and stuff like that, and we got tip-off coming up, so I got to get this play in right now before we get screwed again with this suspended stuff.
While you put that play in, Gabe.
Wembanyama and SGA both over 25. Wemby's got to be aggressive tonight offensively.
Yeah, I agree. The Wemby props, the only thing, the points, Gabe, is it's
26.5.
It's been bet so far, Gabe, right? And Gabe, I saw higher at other books. Maybe it came down. I saw 27.5 for Vic. I played his rebounds plus assists. Victor Wembanyama has started to rotate monster assist games, and simply put, you're not allowed to be 7-4. Average 20 rebounds a game to start a series, and then have only 18 rebounds in a 3-game stretch. Like, you don't see this a lot, Gabe. Usually when star players enter games, we wonder how much they're going to score. People are asking how many rebounds is Wemby going to grab tonight. I brought the assists with it. I played some alternates, 20 rebounds assists, 25 rebounds assists. Maybe he goes crazy. I'm fine with it here. So I'm on Vic, I'm on Shai, and I'm on that Spurs team total over 111.5.
And I'll tell you what, Wembanyama, for people that don't know, showed up today in monk attire. Right?
Oh, did he really? Wow.
Yeah. He wore like the monk robe and total Zen
Sorry to
type
interrupt
stuff.
you, Gabe. Sorry to interrupt you. Jalen Williams is available, according to Shams Charania. That's surprising to me.
Not in the starting lineup, though, as we stated. Yeah,
correct.
Not in the starting lineup. So, you know what, though? You wouldn't start him. Like, honestly, Kevin, doesn't it make sense? Like, if he can play, like, the guy can't play. So, like, let's use him when you can. Use him for 14 minutes if you have to. 9 minutes here. Maybe you get a lead. Like, if he can play, he can play. Like I said before, there's no way in hell if he can play, you're going to tell him, we think it's best you don't play. Plus, they need him. right? You know what I mean? Like, is McBain isn't going to do what he did here tonight again, is he?
No, I don't disagree. I tell you, I actually, and this is what happens. They don't post real over-unders, so you can't get good value on the over. Like, Gabe, he'll score 8 or 9 points tonight, right? But I'm not paying minus 140 for him to score 10 when we don't know what the minutes are even going to look like, right? So, but J-Dub playing, that, like, he'll give him a good 15 minutes, and he's aggressive. That's the thing that OKC has occasionally lacked in this series, is someone willing to challenge Wembanyama. And Jalen Williams will go in there and, hey, you block me, right? Like, I don't mind that at all.
Actually. Where's Lou Dort been in all this, actually?
He's had a weird series, man.
You know, Kevin, I was going to say, like, where is he? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I see him taking threes, and he's not a good three-point shooter, right? But I see you taking threes, but you're this tough Haitian kid from the streets of Montreal North that everybody in the NBA is like, yeah, dude, don't mess with him. Like, he's pretty tough, and, like, he'll go with you for real. You see what he does with Jokic? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm just surprised, Kevin. Like, I'm not even saying, like, guarding Wemby, but, like, where's he been? Like, just sort of like Wemby bumped in Holmgren a bunch of times the other night deliberately. Let's call it off what it is. They came in and punked McBain after deliberately, right? Like, the Spurs are, like, staring him down, and they want to fight, essentially. I'm just surprised, Kevin, that there hasn't been an incident of Lou Dort just shoving someone yet. You know what I'm saying?
But also, because part of it, I think, Gabe, is he's been really bad. Like,
and here's the tip-off now. You're right. He hasn't, like, you know, you're right.
He's averaging under 5 points a game in this series.
And he's
like,
not
Lou
a scorer,
Dort doesn't
he's
light
got to
it
give
up.
you 12, 14. Yeah, give you 12, 14.
I mean, Gabe, he averages 8, right? He's almost, you know, he's almost half that. Like, it's a loud.
Yeah, but I'm even talking like with
drop.
a limited lineup where you're supposed to have, like, you know, there's been more
great
shots to go around. That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
Right? There's been more shots to go around recently. That's what I'm saying. You got to give us double digits, bro.
Yeah.
Right? Or at least, like, cause problems on defense. Like, he's been absent. Like I say, he's had a very quiet series.
I totally
starts
agree.
Starts off with a 3-ball.
Yeah.
Pop the champagne. First bucket of the game, 3-ball.
So Gabe, I wanted to get more into this though, but you're on OKC tonight. That surprised me a little. I don't mind it at all. I figured to be on the total. It's been really good to you in the series, but
bet, honesty, because I do like this Spurs team, and I was riding the Spurs a lot through the playoffs. But at some point, it comes to an end for all teams, Kevin, in the playoffs, except one. Right. And I think this is the and listen, my thought process is kind of like, if they don't get it here, the Thunder will beat them in a game 7. Mm-hmm. Right? The Thunder will beat them in a game 7. All right, so now Wemby pops a 3. 2 3-point shots.
Oh, love that, Gabe. Love that. I like that. And there's been some statistic games.
A little 6-2 bump here, Kevin. A little 6-2. What's the in-game total now?
Should be. I would imagine they overreacted. 235 and a half. This thing's a rocket ship, right?
223 and a half. Love it. What a pace. 223 and a half.
That is fantastic. Let me tell you one thing, Gabe. You want a quick 1 minute overreaction?
Oh, Kevin. Sorry, Kevin. It is in-game live.
Yeah.
Wembanyama looks like Steph Curry. 2 for 2 from 3. Just stepping up and popping him.
Boom. Yeah, baby.
Yeah, Daniel doesn't like what he sees, calls timeout. 9-2 start to the basketball game.
I love what I see here. I love what I see here.
Wemby from 3. The Zen master.
When Wemby has the 3-point shot going, there's
boy,
pretty much
early,
nothing
that's
you
scary.
can do.
Yeah.
Like his live points props 31.5. The only reason that doesn't go over is if this ends up a blowout. Well, Hartenstein shouldn't be guarding. Mark that. He doesn't know who the best option is.
Wemby shoots over him easy.
Yeah.
Hey there, it's your buddy Craig Carton. If you're trying to find out how to get all the great content that me and Tyrone Johnson give you every single day, here's Tyrone to tell you how.
You can subscribe on Apple Podcasts, YouTube, Spotify, and of course, Amazon Music as well. We're at all 4.
That's right. It's the Craig Carton Show podcast every weekday morning live at 11, replayed at noon on YouTube and on SportsGrid throughout the country. Check it out.
They're trading right now currently at 74 wins on the season, which means the Kalshi marketplace goes by 5-win intervals. 75-plus wins for those Houston Astros. That's a 49% contract to the yes, which a $100 investment pays back $205, Greg. I'm not high on this team. Look, again, 75 wins for the Astros is terrible, but this team might not even look the same as where we stand today by the time we get to that deadline.
Pro Baseball Today, only on SportsGrid.
You can recruit super young talent that may go in the NBA. You can recruit older guys and have them grow up together. But if you want players to stay, either sign them to contracts or treat them well enough where they're going to stay. To me, it's pretty simple. And, you know, a lot of coaches last year had good years and they left skid marks on their schools and nobody said a word.
Outspoken with Dan Cilio, only on SportsGrid.
Go over the summer where there's drastic changes and gas drops down to $3 a gallon, $2.50 a gallon in some states, and then you have some of the price markets go down. You ride that momentum is what Joe's talking about. So if you say right now, which party will win the U.S. House, and you think it's the Republicans currently trading at 20%, you take them now, and if good press comes, that turns into 25% and 30%, then you have the option to cash out.
Prediction Markets Edge, only on SportsGrid.
In-game live here on a Thursday. Great to be with everybody here. We are live right now for San Antonio and Oklahoma City. This game is off to a really, really fun start here as a couple of guys that have some investments now on this total. Has Wemby started the game with a rebound yet? Come on now. We cannot be leaving the boards alone.
Let me say it for the
here.
first time. Let me say it for the first time. I'm just going to take the in-game over here before I regret it. Before I regret it, Kevin. Before it's like 2:30, like you said, it's got to be 2:33 and a half soon. They can't miss, bro. They came out of the timeout, boom, 3 ball. I think that was our boy too.
Gabe.
Was
Gabe,
it was.
I got to tell you,
Lou Dort.
You like to
we
put
criticize.
Yes,
you and me.
yes.
We call people out. They do well. Lou Dort with the 3. Let's go, Lou.
we can't force it. It's very authentic. I was gonna say sometimes you point the finger at me. It's like you blamed Ohtani. Look at him, but it's kind of a common thing we have here. Like the other night we were calling out Chet. The game tipped off. We didn't know he had 4 points already. Right?
We were ripping the Liberty last night in the midst of a 23-0 run.
That's a great point.
We're like, these girls, they're underachievers. They're old. I'm like, they're old. They're not that good. They're always hurt.
It worked out pretty well, though, here. So the Spurs and the Thunder are off and rocking. So let me just take this quick. Let me just ask you quickly here, Gabe. Obviously, with In-Game Live, there's a lot to get to. But last night, and obviously we saw most of the goals on air. Obviously, the under worked out really well for you in that game, despite the hot start. What was your biggest takeaway from Carolina and Montreal last night? 4-0 Hurricanes.
That the Montreal Canadiens are just like being suffocated. The Carolina Hurricanes are like a cobra, like one of those anaconda snakes or whatever, to just sort of suffocate you. The Canadiens can't get pucks through, right? Their will is kind of being broken a little bit right now, Kevin. I don't know if they have one more left in them. I'll tell you one thing. It's been a disastrous 24 hours for the Montreal Canadiens. We've talked about the home ice and the crowd, and the tickets are so expensive and all this type of stuff. They're 2-6 on home ice in the playoffs, Kevin.
Yeah.
As great as the positive run has been for the Montreal Canadiens, how about this? It's the first time in franchise history that the Montreal Canadiens lose 4 straight home playoff games.
Whew.
They've been playing hockey since 1912 or whatever. You know what I mean? Like they're an anchor franchise. Like they were there since day one, of the league.
Yeah.
Never ever has a Montreal Canadiens team lost 4 straight home playoff games before. They managed to do it, And on a darker note, NHL legend, former Devil, Avalanche, Montreal Canadian great, 4-time Stanley Cup champion Claude Lemieux, who carried the torch on Monday night at the game, unfortunately took his own life this morning in a furniture store in Florida.
Wow.
Like, life comes like he's unpredictable, man. Like, well, it's unbelievable stuff. But they play tomorrow in Carolina. Now this team has this tragedy lingering over them. They're down 3-1. They are 7-3 on the road in the playoffs, Kevin, but it's going to be a Carolina and Vegas Stanley Cup. Let's call it up for what it is.
Yeah, and you had kind of said that that's where Montreal was. It is odd, though, I could have sworn the Knicks did have a postseason like this a couple of years ago where they kept losing at the Garden. And this is where, look, I am born and raised in New York.
Same thing, Kevin. Sorry, let me throw it in there.
Yeah,
Celtics,
no, but the Knicks-Canadians comparison works.
No, it does. It does. The celebrities, the pressure, the price, the oh my God moment. Yeah.
And even if you're not a Knicks fan, when they lose at the Garden, I get angry. I'm like, that's a disgrace. Like, that's embarrassing. You cannot allow the Garden to be a point of entry for people, right? For me, Gabe, growing up, you know what the Garden was? Where the best players in the NBA showed up on the road to embarrass the Knicks.
Yeah.
I'll never forget it. There was a year Kobe showed up, scored 60. Their next game was against young LeBron, and they go, what's he going to do? And he had a 50-point triple-double.
That's a great point. That's a great point. And it doesn't hold. MSG, it's still, whatever. It's the world's most famous arena, blah, blah, blah. But it doesn't hold the same weight now, right? The Knicks haven't been good in a long time.
It's getting there, though, right? During this run a little bit, Gabe?
Well, this is, it is. Like, people start to realize the history and all that. But my point is, Kevin, players get up for it. And it's the same thing with Montreal. Like, that's my whole point with the Montreal Canadiens being 2-6 at home. So, they got these crazy pregame introductions. The home, like, I saw the Carolina Hurricane players talking about it. They're like, oh, it's effing awesome, man. Yeah, we watch it, and we have to not get too fired up ourselves. Right? And they're like, oh, we love it, and we love playing here. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they're feeding off it, too. In the same way the teams go into the Garden like the Cleveland Cavaliers did in Game 1 and had a 22-point lead. They were ready to do it. Hey, screw you, Tracy Morgan, Tina Fey. You know what I mean? How you like this, Shamolet, right? And no.
All right.
They blow the 22-point lead. But teams get fired up for it, so it puts a lot of pressure on these teams. Teams get up for playing in L.A. during the regular season. You see it, Kevin. Great bet against the Lakers sometimes, You just know, like, these guys are fired up for it, right? And especially like a team like Oklahoma City, too. They don't go out. There's no clubs in Oklahoma City. The Oklahoma City players don't really drink. They don't party or anything like that. Like, they said that, like, they're going out as the games type thing. Like, this is their thing, right? Like, you saw they loved L.A., right? They all get their hair done. They ran the score up on the Lakers when they could. Like, you know what I mean?
Their hair done is good.
Like, and they don't do that against other teams, right? But, like, it's true. Like, there's certain, like, you know what it is? They're haircut cities. That's what players call them.
Oh, yeah. Cities. I like that. I never heard that phrase before.
Yeah, Cantor said that. He goes, there's only a few cities that players. Yeah. He goes, only a few cities that players get haircuts for. Said Miami, New York, and L.A. Those are the ones, they want to look fresh. Celebrities, girls, adult, actresses in the stands, blah, blah, and all that stuff that players that generally don't win championships are distracted by.
Right.
Like, the winning players don't notice who's in the stands. Like SGA could care less, like, about celebrities. And, like, that's what makes them who they are.
By the way,
here's our boy Lou Dort. Here's Lou Dort again.
The Spurs keep coming with these hot starts, and they give it right back. It is really crazy.
The UIM Formula One World Championship Series. We are over the moon excited about the upcoming season.
go.
10,000 horsepower roars off the dock. Oh my, there's a problem. On the outside, side by side.
And he's lost control of the book.
Hopes and dreams of winning here.
Yes!
Get ready for round one, the Regione Sardegna Grand Prix of Italy, May 29th to 31st.
Craig Carton along with Tyrone Johnson. We got great news for you. CraigCartonShow.com. And Tyrone, what do you get if you go to that amazing website?
Well, right now you can subscribe to our upcoming newsletter. You put in your email address, and then bang, you'll get all the new Craig Carton Show content when it arrives.
Not just that, you also get merch drops, exclusive content, and appearances. So again, one more time, that website is CraigCartonShow.com.
That's for Abdul Carter. Hey, son, you want to be a leader? Show up to meetings on time. Don't be late to practice. This guy's sitting there trying to tell me that he's got a problem with Jackson Dart going to a Trump rally when he can't even show up to a meeting on time? And he can't show up to practice and he's late? Dude.
Outspoken with Dan Cilio. Only on SportsGrid.
All right, guys, live on SportsGrid. Kevin Walsh, Gabriel Morency with you on a Thursday as we are watching Spurs Thunder. This thing looks like it's going to be a lot of fun to follow here. Let me quickly just bring up some of the crew picks here. My apologies for not getting to these earlier, but obviously that is entirely their fault. De'Aaron Fox over 25.5 point rebound and assist for Chris. I don't mind that look at all. If Fox is healthy, he really should have himself a solid game here tonight. AJ laid at 3.5. With San Antonio, totally reasonable. And then, Gabe, kind of the big game withstanding is where Yarnell goes. Aaliyah Boston over the rebounds tonight in Fever Valkyries.
Very fun WNBA schedule tonight. Small, but interesting games. Obviously, for the record, Vegas is starting to pull away on Dallas a little bit right now. Complete track meet. In-game totals 193.5. I'm scared to look at the props, Kevin, because there's as many points scored. Like, we're both, our bets are like, they're probably going to win. Like, I don't even want to look. But it's a track meet. But I want to bring up, just so you mentioned Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark's become quite the assist machine, right? But the assists are cheap. But she is money when it comes to the assists, like 8.5 tonight at last check. But one thing, Kevin, you know, we talk about correlation and sort of perception. And everybody always sort of looks at, oh, yeah, San Francisco, the Valkyries, they play defense, right? Yeah, they play defense, but they also score. And since they play defense, or the perception, you get lower totals for their games.
Yep.
And they actually go over a lot, right? They do. They go over a lot. Now you got a track meet team in Caitlin Clark. It's a big market, San Francisco, for the WNBA. Popular team with the Valkyries. She was at the San Francisco Giant game yesterday. Yeah. So, you know, it's a big night. They're going to put up a bunch of points here tonight. I actually think the Valkyries beat them, though. Indiana, put up points, but they have a tendency of losing these close games. I think the Valkyries are probably a better team, in my opinion, Kevin. I know Indiana are flashier and they score and all this, but at home, the Valkyries, in a basic pick 'em, I got to go with the home team, and I'm going to go with the over.
Gabe, so I think these are comparable teams, right?
They're
Valkyries, yeah, that's a good point, but they play really fun games. That last game was a really, really fun basketball game that they played. Can I tell you one thing I am struggling a little bit right now in the WNBA, Gabe? The inconsistent breaks. Like, you're dealing with teams that are off for a full week in between games versus teams that are not. And it's happening all the time. Like, I don't know if it's because the beginning of the season. I don't know if the expansion threw off the schedule, but The Fever have not played in a week, right? Like, the Aces entered tonight. I don't think they had played in like 5 days. Like, it's a little odd to me. I agree with you on in terms of the total, though. These teams got to 172. Neither team shot it well, if you take a look at the numbers. Like, both of those teams were under 40% from three, under 50% from the field. So I don't mind that overlook one bit, Gabe.
Yeah, 167. And I can't help but think, Kevin, how much is the WNBA about to get buried? The World Cup starts 2 weeks from today.
Yeah. No, yeah.
Like the World Cup, NBA Finals, Stanley Cup Finals, right? But there'll still be money opportunities to be there. And there'll be soft spots on the market, Kevin. There really will be.
100%.
And you know what? There's another thing we could talk about. There's another thing that bothers me where people think somehow like, oh, yeah, on a college football Saturday, it's easier to win a baseball bet.
That's
like, not really.
That's crazy. That's
you know what I mean? Kevin always, it's easier to win. It's like, wait, you might get a better line. No, they don't move some prop or something. You still got to pick the winner. It isn't easier.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But without being stated, they do notice less. So my whole point being, if it was a regular June night, guys, and there's no World Cup going on, there's just like a couple of baseball games, people actually are betting a bunch of Caitlin Clark props and Valkyrie props and stuff because there are a bunch of DJs in the world that want action. There's nothing else on. Suddenly it's going to be like, oh, man, USA are playing Paraguay. Oh, my God, France are playing Spain in soccer. Like, it's going to be wall-to-wall soccer on Fox 12 hours a day, right? Like the World Cup.
You can
it's the
get
biggest
to the
event in
number
the world,
first.
Kevin.
Yeah, the World Cup. That's the thing. Guys, the USA-Paraguay game, Gabe's already bet it, right? That's the difference. You're not, but you can be first to a WNBA game.
Ronaldo
You can be first to a
goals
baseball
in the
game.
tournament.
Yeah, you're going to need to tell me more about that. I started trying to look around and find that because that number sounds very, very enticing.
Yeah, he's got to score 5 goals.
Yeah, that sounds like 4 too many, to be quite honest with you. We'll be right back here tomorrow.